Hi, I'm Bill,
I'm Angela.
and this is Finest Travel Beat with Angela and Bill. We are in Chania?
Chania.
It's Chania. It's spelled Chania, but they call it Chania, so we'll call it Chania. This is our first time in Greece. Today we have a beach excursion, correct?
Yes.
We're on the Disney Dream. We're pulling in now. First views of Greece. What do you think, honey?
It's beautiful.
Breathtaking, right?
Yes.
We have 4 ports on this one. This is our first eyes on Greece, and it's breathtaking. The pictures really don't do it justice. So we are doing a cruise excursion through the ship today, and we'll take you through it and let you know what our thoughts are at the end. Any thoughts?
Come join us.
Yes. Well, roll the intro. Again, thank you for watching our channel. We hope you're enjoying this series on our 12-night Mediterranean cruise. As I said in the intro, we are in Crete, the Isle of Crete. Chania is the name of the port. We are doing a excursion through the cruise ship to a beach resort. Tell you a little bit about that, but first let's talk a little bit about the history of Crete. Crete is the largest of the Greek islands. Thousands of years of history, from the ancient Minoans to the Byzantines, Venetians, Ottomans. Amazing amount of history there. First impressions were breathtaking. You can see pictures, you can watch videos, but as we were sailing in to look at the mountains and the scenery, Greece is breathtakingly beautiful, and it just words really can't describe, pictures cannot describe how nice it was. Now, as this was our first time in Greece, we did do a ship excursion. Generally, Angela and I like to do independent excursions, as they tend to be a little bit less crowded and generally a little bit less expensive than the cruise lines. But being that I'm familiar with the language, I'm familiar with Greece, our first time there, we went through a cruise line excursion. Now, we were on the Disney Dream. One of the nice things about the Disney excursions is they have a meeting place on board. So it's a little more comfortable, a little less chaotic than when you have to go out onto the pier and meet up with somebody, look for people holding signs. Disney Cruise Lines, again, on a lot of things they do is very, very organized. Great. They had different meeting locations throughout the ship. We met, and then we were able to go ashore as a group to get into our buses. A couple of quick tips as you see us walking towards our bus. In Greece, their system of currency is the euro, as it is through most of Europe, other than Great Britain, England, and Scotland, specifically Northern Ireland. Greece, like Italy, Spain, Malta, are all in the euro, so it was very simple. We exchanged some currency before we left, and we were able to use that throughout Greece. Language, obviously, I speak Greek, but especially in the tourist areas, we found no issue with English. We try to learn a few words, hello, goodbye, thank you, things like that before we leave for the country we're visiting. Another good tip is there are a lot of really good translator apps. Google Translate is excellent if you have any type of issues. Like I said, English is spoken, so really we didn't have any issues with the language whatsoever. Also, let's talk about the climate a little bit. Greece is hot. It's very hot. We visited, this was during the summer months, and pretty warm. Heavy sun. Make sure you have sunscreen, hats, light clothing, hydrate, drink a lot of water. It can catch up on you pretty quick. Now, the specific excursion we booked was Chania Mare, M-A-R-E, Beach Day. This was about a 5.5-hour excursion, left early in the afternoon. The bus ride back and forth to the beach club we went to was about 20-25 minutes, I would say. Now, there are a ton of other excursions that you could do throughout Greece. Angela and I tried to split it up, being that we had so many ports between Spain, Malta, Italy, and Greece. We wanted to do a couple of days at the beach, so we kind of picked the ones that had the nicest beaches, or the less of other stuff that interested us. So we kind of tried to mix it up between, a little history, a little beach time. Obviously, bucket list is swimming in the Mediterranean, which this checked that off very nicely. Among other excursions that were available was they did walking tours, group tours of the Old Town Chania. It's a Venetian harbor, very, very pretty. We almost went with that one. There's also, we can visit traditional olive oil farms, learn about Crete and their history, and also there's plenty of hiking tours and things like that. Although in the heat of summer, I'm not sure if I would have opted for a hiking tour. It was a nice, comfortable ride, both going to the beach club and returning from the beach club. Very enjoyable. The driver was very friendly and informative, and as we went on, shared with us some history and some of the information about the local economy and the way of life in Crete and in Greece in general. As for shopping, there was some shopping available right outside the beach club we went to. We did not go out. We were actually enjoying the music in the pool, and you'll see all that later on. We were enjoying so much we didn't want to go out. We also knew that we had 3 more stops in Greece, including Athens, Santorini, and we were supposed to stop in Mykonos. Unfortunately, we weren't able to stop there. I'll explain that in a future video, and the bonus time we got in Malta as a result. You can see the shopping right down the block there, a short entrance from the parking lot at the Palma de Mallorca Beach Club. It was a short walk from the parking lot to the beach club itself and through onto the beach. Included in the excursion cost were 2 sunbeds and an umbrella. The sunbeds, as you'll see in a couple of minutes, they were cushioned really, really nice. This was beautiful, really nice club, which you'll see as we walk through the inside through the rest of this video. The beach club was really nice. It was beautifully decorated. The staff was extremely friendly and helpful. I believe this is probably a pretty hopping place at night. Definitely had a very cosmopolitan vibe to it. There was food available. There were plenty of drinks available. Drinks and food not included in the cost, so but they were not outrageously expensive. I had a few beers during the day. I can't tell exactly what they were, but it was pretty reasonably priced. We didn't feel it was a ripoff in any way, shape, or form. Now, I know I had earlier stated that this was our first time going to be swimming in the Mediterranean. I know this is technically the Aegean Sea because it's on the north side of Crete, so you can save the comments below. It is actually the Aegean Sea, but it's basically the same as the Mediterranean. It's almost like the Caribbean versus the Gulf of Mexico. As you can see, the lounge chairs were amazingly padded. They had plenty of waiter service coming around to assist you as well. The beach is breathtaking. I mean, just look at it. I'm going to be quiet for a couple of seconds so you can enjoy the sound of the sea. Now, the waters were a little rough. They weren't too bad. The water was fairly shallow. I would definitely wear water shoes. The beach was pretty rocky, so that's one of the things Angela and I always throw with us in a bag. I'll tell you in a few minutes about the things that we always bring with us to the beach when we are doing one of these excursions. But in the meantime, I'm going to walk you back to the other side, away from the beach where the pools are. While we love the beach, I'm a big fan of the pool. I love pools. I can float around there all day long. Less work than fighting waves and stepping on rocks, in my opinion. But what do you? Do you prefer the beach or do you prefer a pool? Love to hear your answers in the comments below. Now, normally when I do these voiceovers, I delete all of the background audio, but I kind of want to leave this in for this next little bit of a portion so you get an idea of the vibe at this place. Pool is beautiful, crystal clear, very much a hi, Angela. There's my wife there. She's getting in the pool with me. Really, really nice vibe. Great music. I wouldn't say traditional Greek music, but probably what they're playing in Greek clubs and Greek beach clubs these days. As you can see on the left, there is a bar where you can get the drinks. There was also a bar towards the right for drinks. There was a sit-down restaurant there. You could have sat down overlooking the pool and overlooking the sea. You can see the cool Greek columns around. But again, service was excellent here. Drinks were good. I always like to get local beers wherever I go. They had a nice selection of local beer. I really enjoyed our time at this beach club. The only thing that I will note is that they did not have enough bathrooms. There was only a couple of stalls, so there was quite a bit of a wait for the bathroom. So if you happen to go on this excursion, just kind of plan that accordingly. And they did occasionally have some entertainers. As you can see, the violinists here were playing, and it was really enjoyable. The day at the Chania Mare Beach Club was absolutely fantastic. It did not disappoint. Angela and I were just, we really didn't know 100% what to expect. I mean, look at that sea, look at the waves. The views are just breathtaking. The service was great. We loved Greece. I know this is very touristy what we're doing. However, we are tourists. That's what our channel is geared towards, as people. And what we try to do is, show you what the first things to do are. And then as we go on, hopefully we'll be back. We'll be able to show you some other less touristy things to do that may interest you. And on that note, let me just quickly ask you to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this of ports throughout Europe. We have 200 videos up on the channel already. Shore excursions, ship reviews, travel information about various ports. We're not professionals at this in any way, shape, or form. We're just people that love to travel. If you've gotten value out of this, hit that like button. And let us know in the comments below what you've done on Crete if you've been there. We're on our way back to the cruise ship now. There was a little bit of a wrinkle. The bus was delayed getting there. We never really got a good explanation as to why the bus was a little late picking us up, but we were still back to the ship in plenty of time. And this is one of those where, because we did a ship excursion, we weren't concerned. If we did an excursion that was not a ship excursion, I always recommend booking with somebody that has a return to ship guarantee, or even better, doing one that's going to get you back at least an hour before all aboard time. We really enjoyed our day in Crete and at the beach club. Beautiful people, beautiful scenery. The next video and the next port was Athens. That's going to be very different. We went to the Acropolis. We'll show you all about Athens, how we did that. The port is actually Piraeus. And then also we have another video, a couple of days, Santorini. That one is, that was bucket list Santorini. Santorini is arguably the favorite port we have ever been to. Also, real quick, we don't have video of it, but interesting, when we were leaving Crete on the sail away, we saw an aircraft carrier. The aircraft carrier happened to be the USS Eisenhower at Suda Bay, which is a U.S. naval institution in Greece. And that was really interesting seeing that. Did not expect to see U.S. aircraft carrier in Greek waters, but it's a common sight there while they're on deployment. Well, again, I hope you like these videos. I hope you've liked the ones we've done so far on Rome, and then the ones we have to come. Again, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate all the support, and on behalf of Angel, we'll see you on our next adventure. Bye-bye, everybody.